What's up, guys? Thanks for coming to Game in Canada with me. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can use the SaveMii mod by Gabby PC Geek to back up and inject saves on your Wii U. This is going to be how to soft mod your Wii U, part 11. Game in Canada. First thing we need to do, fire up your Wii U and then launch into either HaxChi custom firmware or load up the Homebrew launcher and launch Mocha custom firmware. Once you're in custom firmware, launch back into Homebrew launcher. You need to be in custom firmware to use SaveMii, so please make sure you're either in HaxChi or Mocha. If you have HaxChi, hit A on the HaxChi icon, and then when the Homebrew launcher logo appears, hold A on your gamepad and keep holding it. If you do this correctly, your Wii U will reboot and you'll see the Wii U logo and then the home menu will load up. So I've done it correctly here and we've launched into HaxChi custom firmware. So now all we need to do is hit A one more time on HaxChi and that'll launch us into the Homebrew launcher. Again, if you're using the web exploit and Mocha, this will all work the same. Just use the web exploit to launch Mocha and then launch back into the Homebrew launcher. So I'm going to go ahead and launch HaxChi one more time here. I'm not going to press anything because my default takes me to the Homebrew launcher. Once you've entered the Homebrew launcher, tap on the HB App Store or the Homebrew App Store and hit load. Once the App Store is loaded, go ahead and tap on Tools. You're going to want to scroll down. You might already have SaveMii, but what you need to do is look for SaveMii mod. So there it is right there, SaveMii mod by Gabby PC Geek. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on it and I'm going to hit get. Now this is going to download it right to your SD card. Now that you have the SaveMii mod installed, press down a little bit until you see the old SaveMii in case you happen to have it installed already, and go ahead and delete it just to not confuse yourself. Now that the old SaveMii is deleted, go ahead and press the home button and this will take you back to the Homebrew launcher. Now that you're back in the Homebrew launcher, go ahead and look for your SaveMii mod. Oh, there it was. Now go ahead and tap on it and hit load. So now that we're in SaveMii, you can see you can back up your Wii U games or your virtual Wii games, and you can also do a batch backup. Let's go down to batch backup real quick and just see what that's all about. Oh, okay, so you can back up every single one of your titles with the click of a button, or you can back up your Wii U titles or your virtual Wii titles. That is actually really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on my Wii U Save Management. As you can see, some of the games are highlighted in yellow and say not initialized beside them. And if you hit the A button on it, it will prompt you to potentially run the game one time before you continue trying to back up a save from it. So that is a cool little feature, so you know which games you have a save you can back up for or not. Basically, if it's green, you've probably run it before. Now, if we go down, you can see my actual HaxChi icon here, the Homebrew launcher. And as you can see, all the text from it spills down over top of some other games. So that's something to note. Another thing to note is some of these are actually Wii Virtual Console injections. So my Animal Crossing, Mario Kart, as well as Muramasa the Demon Blade that show up here on my Wii U side of things are actually Wii Virtual Console injects, and they say not initialized beside them. If I launch these games, I actually have a save file from them. It loads from the virtual Wii side of things. Let's go ahead and hit the B button. Go into my virtual Wii, and there are the games. So that is something to note, that my games are actually stored on the virtual Wii side of things, even though they're virtual console injects. If you're wondering what these top two are, these are probably USB Loader GX as well as my modified Homebrew launcher. So there's a few Wii U games that I do want to back up, one of them being Breath of the Wild. I'm going to go ahead and back up my save data. As you can see, slot 000 on my SD card already has a backup of Breath of the Wild on it, so if you wanted, you could press over and put it on one of the empty slots. For the Wii U user, I've selected Philip, and this is my main account that I play Breath of the Wild on, so I'm going to go ahead and hit A to back up. If it says backup found on this slot, then I might already have a backup on my SD card, so I'm going to go ahead and hit A and overwrite the backup on my SD card. So you can take note real quick on the SD card, it'll be in Wii U backups, and then the title ID of the game, and then inside a couple of folders, and you'll have all your save data. One thing to note about Breath of the Wild is that it has multiple saves as well as a master mode save, so it can be a little bit complicated to locate your proper save files, but I'm going to go on the computer and see if I can clear that up a little bit in a minute here. So now we've backed up Breath of the Wild. I'm going to go ahead and hit the B button. And as you can see here, you have the ability to import a save from Lodin or even export one of your Wii U saves into Lodin. So if you happen to use Lodin to play all your games, that's very important right there for you. You also have the option to wipe your save data, which I do not recommend doing. You can also restore save data. Now, I have another account on this Wii U that plays Breath of the Wild, but I've always wanted to put my other save file into it so I had the same progress and could just use that account. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and restore save data. So you can see slot 1's empty, slot 0 is the used one. So I'm going to go down to SD card user to copy from. I select the SD card save I want to restore, so the one from my Philip profile, and the Wii U user I want to copy it into is Philly. I'm going to go ahead and hit the A button. Are you sure? Confirm. Back up current save data first to next empty slot. That's a pretty cool feature, but I'm going to hit no. And now my other Wii U profile, Philly, should have the exact same save for Breath of the Wild as Philip. That's simple. I'm going to go ahead and hit the B button. Hit the B button again. And now you pretty much get the gist of how to back up and restore a save. I'm going to go ahead and hit the B button and go down to Virtual Wii Save Management, and I'm just going to back up a few of my titles in here. So Animal Crossing City Folk, I'm going to hit A on it, back up save data. I don't have any on the SD card already, so I'll just use slot 0, and there it goes, start backing it up. Now Animal Crossing's backed up, I'm going to hit the B button, put on Mario Kart Wii, back up my save data for it as well. That easy. So, as you guys can see, SaveMii mod works absolutely fantastically, and it's super easy to use. If you go down to restore save data when you're on the Virtual Wii side of things, you can actually press left on the D-pad, and it'll take you to Save Game Manager GX. So if you happen to use Save Game Manager GX, you can go ahead and restore your save into Save Game Manager GX. And hit B again, one more time, and I'm just going to press the home button to exit. I'm going to go ahead and shut down my Wii U, put my SD card onto the computer, and just show you guys where these backups are. Opened up my Wii U's SD card on the computer, open up your Wii U folder, and then your backups folder, and inside of here you're going to have the title IDs for your different games. So this is probably Animal Crossing, and this is Mario Kart Wii, this is Mario Kart 8, and this is Zelda. So real quick, if I open up Breath of the Wild here, you can see this is slot 0, so all of these files are set up the same depending on what slot they're in. So 000 on SaveMii is just slot 0 on the SD card. So you go ahead and open up slot 0, and then inside of here you're going to have your profiles potentially. So this is my Philly profile and this is my Philip profile. So those are both of the saves that we backed up. And again, if you go ahead and open these up, inside of here is going to be more folders, and that is because Zelda has a bunch of auto saves. So these are going to be the different auto saves that you see when you go to load your game. If I go ahead and open up 0, that's probably the most recent one, and if I click on the caption.jpg, you're going to see the screenshot from when you saved, and this will match up with the one on your Wii U. I'm going to go ahead and back up out of this. So you could save any of these if you wanted, and then you could back them up at any time using SaveMii, or even potentially back them up onto a different console. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give me a thumbs up if this helped you out. If you want me to go into any more detail, please let me know. Head down to the comments and tell me if you're going to be using SaveMii or not. If you guys haven't subscribed, subscribe for more. I've got some more stuff coming very soon. Much love. Peace.